What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Benny back with another video, and you read the title. It is my 3-year lock anniversary. Now, went and did something pretty crazy, and you know, just to start the video off, go ahead and hit that like button, comment down below, and if you have locks, let me know how long you've had locks. I'm finna give y'all a bunch of tips and tricks on starting your locks, maintaining your locks, and just, you know, giving you some ideas. And some stuff that you need to use. First things first though, get you one of these lock caps. If you have locks, this works wonder. It
works wonders.
I bought this last night from Walmart for about $6 or $7. Yeah, so lock cap, I highly recommend to sleep in. Like, this is something I've been needing. I should have bought this like 2-3 years ago, but I bought it last night. So one product you're gonna need. Let's go ahead and do an unveil. Now, what I'm about to do is put I'm gonna put the time lapse on the screen so y'all can see the whole process. First off, I want to say shout out to my girl, Style by Mover. Her Instagram will be in the description below. Make sure y'all go tap in with her, check her out. She is super talented. Like, the work speaks for itself. So let me kind of explain, y'all. One night I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm just scrolling down Instagram and I see somebody with locks, and they had similar colors to this. Similar. It was more so like blue, violet, and like pink, I want to say. And I was just seeing different hairstyles, people with different colors and things like that. And I was like, I want my hair, the inspiration now, I want my hair colors to match the DS2 color from Future. So I got this idea about close to about a month ago. It wasn't a month ago, but it was about a month ago. And, you know, lo and behold, some weeks passed, some time passed. I was able to get an appointment in the other night, which I went Thursday. Yeah, I went Thursday. And guys, I actually had to drive like an hour and a half there and back that same night. So I was hella tired. So you're gonna see in the clips, I'm falling asleep and things like that as she doing my hair. Well, I wasn't really falling asleep. I was resting my eyes. You know how that goes. Tell you guys about locks. And if you want locks, and you know what you need to know, what all come with having locks. What comes with having locks is a lot of emotions, a lot of different things go on, because you're gonna have days, but nowadays people just go get instant locks and extensions and they just skip the whole process. But if you want to start from the dirty, the bottom, the mud, first things first is find you a good hairstylist. That's number one. Someone who knows how to do locks. Social media, you can see it. I mean, if you feel like you can't find anybody personally to make that connection with, find a shop with stylists that do locks. And like I said, hey, you can always find somebody on Instagram who does locks in your city, your state, whatever. So that's number one. Finding somebody who can, one, start you off. Two is your schedule, your upkeep with your locks. Once you find that said person who can do them, making you a schedule where, especially starting off, you getting locked up, you getting retwist about every 4 weeks. So once a month, for sure, you getting a retwist. As you start having them for 6 months to a year, and even if you don't get a retwist every 4 weeks, me, I've always been that person who falls between 6 and 8 weeks on getting a retwist, and it's helped me and it's hurt me in some ways. One time I went through a period where I didn't get a retwist for like 4 or 5 months, and that was like, I was going through depression, I believe, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, I went from like, maybe it was after my first year of lock, so this was 2020. In 2020, from like maybe September all the way up to like January, February, I didn't get a retwist. Yeah, so but you know, my hair survived. But I've had a lot of breakage. I've had a lot of my locks break, and that's one of the things that comes from having colored hair. So step number three is another thing in maintenance. And I don't have this show, but oil, and what goes with this oil is making sure you moisturizing your hair. Simply water, like literally, it's like watering a plant. Get you a spray bottle. Like I have this empty, what used to be like some leave-in conditioner or whatever. I just filled it up with water and I just spray myself down with it pretty much daily. You really should do that if you have color locks. You should do that once or twice a day, like once in the morning you get up and once before you lay down. You know what I'm saying? Wet it, put your oil on it, and then put on your lock cap, your do-rag, your bonnet, whatever you need. And this will help you. It helps with breakage. It keeps your locks moisturized so they're not so dry all the time. And you know, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a demonstration of what you do. You just simply get that oil, let it drip on that scalp. And then you just rub it in. Now, like I said, usually this is something I do after spraying it, you know, with water, getting it wet, and then the oil holds in the moisture, it seals in the moisture. But you can also just put oil in it, especially, you know, after getting a retwist like this, to make sure your scalp doesn't go dry at all. Just keeping it moisturized, because a dry scalp leads to itchy scalp and leads to dandruff and all this different thing. And it's also just bad hygiene for yourself. So, god dang, it look good, man. She did her thing with these. Give y'all 360 one time. But yeah, man, she definitely did her thing. So yeah, that's the oil part. And I actually have something new that I'm about to try out on my hair. Get that out for you guys. So I saw this because I had been looking for things to take care of like my damaged hair so it won't be so braille and stuff like that on the end. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep posting, keep you guys updated more with my locks now, especially since they have this color in them, just to show y'all like what my upkeep is gonna be like. But I bought this triple strength Do Grow, and basically you can use, it says you can use it on any hair, and what it does is it basically strengthens your hair, supposed to at least. I'm a believer when I see it, but I said, hey, it's worth a try. I have a few locks that I don't want to lose any more breakage, because virtually all of my locks have had tips break off at the end. And if that wouldn't have happened, let me see, I've lost at least maybe, let's say, 1.5 inches of my locks, which, you know how much 1.5 inches is. This would be about 1 inch. This would be about 1.5 inches. So yeah, somewhere right in here, my locks have been varying on how much like I would lose or which would break off. And I can tell that some of that would be basically the hair that I started with, the locks that I started with, if that makes sense. Like the hair that broke off was me at the beginning phase, was the hair from the beginning phases of my locks. That's what I should say. But yeah, so we gonna try this, start using this. I may try it while my hair is like this, just to kind of let it sink in. But guys, stuff like this you have to be careful with, because this is the type of stuff that leads to build up and things like that. And the reason why you get build up and different things like that is if you're using too much product on your hair. Don't ever use too much product on your hair. So let's recap real quick. Well, number one, the hairstylist, finding a good hairstylist that you can trust and believe in. Number two is scheduling for your retwist if you want to start locks. 4 to 6 weeks for starter locks, 6 to 8 weeks for anything else. And for starter locks, I say up to 6 months. You need to be trying to get a retwist every 4 weeks. I want to talk about washing your hair real quick, because this is something I learned recently. It's no problem really with washing your locks. If you wash your locks, the main thing is just making sure that you dry them properly. And you don't want to wash them too much, because when you wash them, they get loose again, and That's why typically, you know, for me, I was going like really in between my retwists, or maybe I either wash it once or I wouldn't wash it at all in between my retwists, and I just get it washed on my retwist day. But that's when I'm making sure I'm going every 4 to 6 weeks. It helped me with the growth period, and if you watering it and oiling it and keeping it and things like that, it will keep you can keep your scalp clean without having to shampoo and condition it. So it's things like that you have to learn how to use. Like I said, using tea tree oil, witch hazel is another thing that you can use for that. So that's maintenance and upkeep for step 2, as far as your scheduling your retwists, what to use on your hair and things like that. I don't have any of the products currently, but if you want some good lock products, her name is like Naya the Lock Goddess on Instagram. Her products are super good. Like during my first year and a half of having locks, I had bought a bottle of like her oil, and this was in 2020, I believe. So yeah, and my hair, it made my hair grow faster than any other period of me having locks. My hair grew the fastest in that 3 to 6 months I was using those products. I need to actually re-up on those products, and when I get some in, I'm gonna try them for you guys and let you know if they still work and what they still do. Yeah, number 3, making sure you have everything you need. Make sure you have a lock cap for sleeping, along with having either satin or silk pillow sheets. But you don't want to sleep on your hair, really. I do it once it's like, I know I'm finna get a retwist, even though I shouldn't, because, you know, it makes it a hassle for your hairdresser. So just try to keep your hair as neat as possible and upkeeping it as much as possible in between retwists. That way it looks fresh and it stays fresh longer. But that's pretty much gonna do it for this 3-year anniversary, lock anniversary. I hope I touched enough. I'm gonna edit this way better than I filmed it, so I just hit the key points and cut out some of that rambling. But appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you guys like the locks. This is semi-permanent dye. I did not permanently dye my hair. Like, my hair is blonde underneath the purple and blue. My roots are black, with a little bit of purple on them. But yeah, this color is probably gonna last me till a good October, November. Yeah, so until then, we're gonna rock out with this. I love it. I hope you guys like it. It's giving me, of course, I wanted to go with that DS2 vibe, which is a little bit darker, but I still like it anyway. It's kind of giving me an Ultra Ego Vegeta vibe now, and Vegeta my favorite like anime character, and really one of my favorite characters, period. So yeah, make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below what you think. Make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe for me. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.